Hi, it's me. It's been a very long time since my last video. Um, I did deliver my girls, I believe it was 2 days after my last video. I think it was 2 days, maybe three. But yeah, so we delivered at 31 weeks in 2 days. I've kept pretty much everybody up to date via Facebook on my personal page, but I know there's been people on YouTube who have been messaging me and asking me, where's my videos, what's going on, have I delivered, because I haven't been great about keeping up my videos like I had promised I would be. A shocker. So I'll try to give you all the cliff notes. I delivered, we are currently on day 69, I believe, if my math is right, in the NICU. We are long-term NICU people. My kids are the little princesses of the NICU, and I'm kind of like the queen. I mean, people ask me questions all the time, and I really appreciate it, but it does suck that I'm in this position. We've had so many different echoes and x-rays and ultrasounds and MRIs and blood transfusions. I mean, they've been put through the ringer. But they are so tough and so strong, and I love them so much, and they are so worth it. And it just so happens that today is my very first Mother's Day. Um, it's very sad that I have to spend it in the NICU, but it's okay because I'm with them, and that's how it's supposed to be. So whenever they're ready to come out, they will let me know. I know people ask me all the time, and I actually haven't even been great about keeping up updates with the girls on Facebook because, the question of when are they coming home, what's going on, it does get, it's almost like, you're like twisting the knife because there's been so many times I thought, oh, it's going to be this week, we're coming home, and then something happens and we don't come home. So it's rough. But everybody here is so nice. I've been wished a happy Mother's Day by so many people, and one of our favorite nurses, she had the girls make me a card and the little feet prints and everything. So it was very sweet. Being a single mom on Mother's Day is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have to just kind of tell myself that I appreciate myself for them because nobody's gonna do that for me. And that's fine. I've always been that kind of person. I can build myself up. I'm okay with that. But the girls are amazing. We're hopefully getting out of here this week. We are currently 41 weeks and 1 day old, so hopefully it'll be soon. Unfortunately, the girls are having a really hard time learning how to eat on their own, which is why we're still here, which is why we've been here as long as we have. They've overcame so many of the other issues that they've had, but we're just really, really stuck on this one. And I'm very thankful that that's the only reason we're still here, but it's still really hard that we're still here 69 days later. Um, so, unfortunately, this week, both girls are at risk of getting G tubes put in, which is a feeding tube that goes directly into their stomach. That way I can still get them home, but if they won't take a bottle, I would just have to push their food through, or they may come home with pumps to push their food through. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super educated on it. Um, so my girls' names are Zoe Kate. She is baby A. She weighed 4 pounds and 1 ounce, and she was 16 inches long. So she was a big girl, like 31 weeks. The doctors were like, 4 pounds, like crazy for twins and to be so early. And then baby B is Lindley Piper. She's my little tater tot, y'all. She was only 3 pounds and 9 ounces and 15 inches long. They're so sweet. Their personalities are so totally different, and I love each of them for it. They are definitely the divas of the NICU. You could ask any nurse in here or doctor, and they're going to tell you that. um, the girls are both lactose intolerant, so they had a special order a formula for the girls because they wouldn't take just regular hypoallergenic formula, and if you smelled it, you wouldn't blame them. It smells awful, like it smelled like vomit. And the girls also have really horrible reflux, so they puke almost every time they eat, and it's very projectile, comes out their nose and their mouth, and they'll stop breathing, they'll drop their heart rate, and they'll drop their oxygen stats, and it just gets really scary. You know, I've watched my children turn blue several times. Um, it's very scary, but I've learned now. I can tell when it's going to happen. Like, it's so amazing to think about now, and like weeks ago when something like that would happen, I would like freak. Like, I would totally freak out. I would start sweating. Like, I would just have to pull the nurse's cord to come run in because it was so overwhelming for me. But now I've learned their signs, I guess, because I'm their mommy, and I know when it's going to happen, and I'm totally calm in the situation. I know everything's going to be okay. But as far as the G tubes go, you know, with surgery, they'll have to get sent downtown. And I'm so scared of that. Like, I don't want them to have surgery, period. And I definitely don't want them to move NICUs. We love the NICU here. Um, I'm not gonna say where. Just you know, I don't need the whole internet to know where my children are. Um, but the nurses here are great. The staff is great. We love everybody. You know, the other NICU families that we've met, they're very sweet. I'm sorry, I'm saying a whole lot, but that's because I normally have like a list of points to hit, but I just want to make sure I made a video today 'cause it was Mother's Day and I did not prepare myself. So I'm just kind of all over the place. So if I didn't finish a thought that you want to know about, just send me a message or whatever and I'll answer it next time, and I promise I'll be faster about posting a video next time. Um, so, yeah, so they're both lactose intolerant and they weren't responding well to the formula. So, the hospital had a special order of formula that they don't even use anymore. It's called Vanilla EleCare. It's vanilla flavored. I tasted it. It tastes like vanilla coffee creamer. My girls are brats, like super divas, I'm telling you. And they love it. They take it wonderfully. But, you know, all the doctors and nurses are like, you're never going to get them to eat a vegetable. Like, you're basically feeding them pudding every single time. So, update on their weights though. Zoe Kate is up to 8 pounds and 3 ounces. She has doubled her weight, and Lindley is up to 7 pounds 12 ounces, and she has also doubled her weight plus some. So they're big girls, you guys. Like, they're so big. I can't believe it. Like, when I first held them in kangaroo, and I'm not kidding, like it was like this, holding them like this. Like, they fit side by side just like this. And now, like, I'm not wide enough to hold them both on my chest at the same time. And it's so sad to me. Like, I'm like, where's my teeny tiny babies at? But I know they need to get bigger. People tell me that all the time. But it's just hard because when they were this little and you just want to hold them all the time, unfortunately, with them being in the NICU and being so early, I wasn't able to hold them a lot. I got about 3 hours a day that I got to hold them, and that was it. And that was during a feeding, and then after that, they had to go back into their little isolates, and you know, and I understood that, but it's really hard when your baby is sitting right there, your brand new baby, and it's this little, and you just want to get it, but you can't get it. It was really hard, really hard. So I feel like I didn't get so much bonding time in those first few weeks because they were so small that now, like, all I want to do all day is hold them, like, and they're so snuggly. But it's hard to hold them both at the same time anymore, like I said, because they're so big and it's crazy. And Zoe's kind of a little mean girl, and she doesn't really like laying next to Lindley. And I don't know why. You'd think it would be the opposite, since Zoe's the one that kicked Lindley in the head over and over and over again when they were in the womb. But that's okay. They love each other. They're sisters. I will try to post a few pictures if I can figure out how to do it. Y'all know I'm like horrible with technology and I haven't done this in forever, but I will try to include a picture of both girls at the end of the video. Um, yeah, they're beautiful. They're wonderful. I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. It is very emotional and it's very draining. I spend 8 to 12 hours a day and sitting in a chair in a hospital, you know, so I'm grateful now that I get to actually like feed them and I get to change a diaper and I get to do so much of the care stuff now, but they're still not home, you know, I still don't get to like take a nap with them or like, you know, socialize with them. Like, I don't really get to do a whole lot of that. And this is a wonderful little, it's kind of like a hotel room. It's like it's right directly across the hall from the NICU, so I can just walk over there. I've been here all night. I spent the night, so I can go over every few hours to help feed and do all of that. Yeah, so this NICU is great. We don't want to leave. We do not want to go downtown. But unfortunately, after talking to the doctor this morning, it looks like Lindley for certain is she's for certain getting a G tube, and it makes me want to cry. But I just don't want to think about her having surgery. But then, I asked about Zoe, and Zoe's kind of still a little bit hit and miss, and we're going to give her another day on this new schedule we're trying with her, and then if by the end of the week she's not where she needs to be, she could possibly be getting a G tube as well. Yeah, so single momming is pretty hard, you guys, especially when it's a twin preemies. Like, it's not easy at all. Emotionally, physically, it's been completely draining. I know one of the things I was so certain about in the beginning was breastfeeding. And you guys, like, I'll cry about it if I talk about it too long because I tried so hard. I really did, and it just did not work out for me, and it was taking such a emotional and mental toll on me that my doctor just suggested that it's really best if I just stopped. And you know what? It ended up being okay anyways because the girls are lactose intolerant, and I'm definitely not dairy free, and I could be for them, but since my body just wasn't keeping up with what I needed to get, uh, it just made more sense for me to just stop at this time. Maybe if there's ever a next time, which I know I said before, I think I said before that I never wanted to have to be pregnant again. And I still say that some days because pregnancy was horrible for me, like really, really horrible for me. But they make me want like 10 more babies. I just love them so much. Like, I just want to love another human that much. Like, the way I love them is insane. Like, when people say, well, you don't know what it's like to love somebody until you have a kid, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, no, they're not shitting you. Like, that's for real. Like, that is a love like you have never known in your entire life. So, they're perfect. They are just so perfect. I'm a very lucky mom. So, I just want to post this quick update. Like I said, I probably started so many thoughts I didn't even finish. I hardly touched base on anything that's been going on with the girls. I should have been doing these videos the whole time and documenting every little thing. But now, the list of their medical issues is like this long, and, it's just, it would take me 6 hours to talk about everything and every emotion and everything that I went through. Just know that it was very trying for me. It has been, but I do think it has definitely made me a more patient person, which is something that I've always needed to be. I've always needed to be more patient, and I finally am. Like, they have definitely taught me I can't be the boss of every situation. Like, they are totally the boss now. Like, as many times I'm like, okay, girls, like, this is the week. We're getting it together. We're going home. They're like, nah, we ain't. We're comfy. Like, they love it here, and that's fine, but I keep trying to tell them they're going to love it more at home. So, you know, definitely by 42 weeks, which is next Saturday, we will be going home, whether it's with G tubes or not. So, this is the last week for me. It's been a much longer stay in the NICU than what I originally anticipated, than what the doctors and nurses and anybody originally anticipated. But these girls have a mind of their own, and I already have two strong-willed little girls, and that makes me very happy. They're very much like me. So if you have any questions or anything, or you have any specific questions about health issues or any tests or anything that we've done here in the NICU, or just about the girls in general, just reach out and I'll be happy to talk about them like all day, because that's my entire life. That's all I do is sit and hang out with my girls. So, okay, well, happy Mother's Day to all the mommies, and sorry, but especially to me, because I'm pretty proud of the mom I am. So, all right, I love you guys, and I will hopefully post another video soon. Don't hold me to it, you guys. It's a very busy life being a single mom. All right, bye.